What's up, YouTube? It's an early good morning to y'all, as it's 1 in the morning. I was going to edit the videos I'm gonna be publishing soon, which should be day 13. And I was looking at the market, and I'm seeing a setup here. So, just to have a quick reset on everything, we can see here. Obviously, here we can see this trend that's being followed, right? But just have a clean line of aesthetic. We're gonna go here. So off this rip, we have 1, 2, and 3. Three touches. Then after that, we have area of interest. Then we go ahead and have break a structure at this level. So now I go to the 1 minute. Look for the structure that's being shown. This area here. Big gap that needs to be filled. And then this as a here. Honestly, I feel the best I can do. Let me see here. Okay, so the max I can risk is 500. Not even. The area I want. Okay. Honestly, I don't even have another trade, to be honest with you. If I don't get the entry, then that kind of sucks, but it's okay. I'm not gonna really worry about it too much. Obviously, it would have been nice, but it seems like I missed out, if I'm being honest. Either way, I don't think it would have opened, so I'm not really bugging out too much. Bueno. Yeah, if it closes past this level, I'm just not gonna. If it closes past that level, I'm just gonna close the betting limit. Either way, though, with the spread, how big the spread is. Yeah, you see. It wouldn't have opened either way. I would have missed out. So I'm not even bugging, if I'm being honest. I would have missed out either way. Okay, but how I'm looking at it. Okay, it's having possible support at this level. Same as yesterday. If it goes ahead, comes up, misses my entry, comes back down, uses it as support, I'm gonna go ahead and close the pending limit because I don't want to risk it using it as a structure to go to the upside. So I'd rather just not do that. I'm gonna go too low. But yeah, it came back down, showing support again. I'd rather not. Before I end the clip here, I'm gonna see if there's possibly any other as we can see here on the 1 minute. I see this rejection, smack these lows down here, and obviously has this candle plus the fair value gap that it created. So if I were to enter at this level, stop loss would have to be 2.5 for my comfortability, and then take profit will be 2.8. go to the 5, no, if I go to the 15-minute, how would everything look though? Yeah, if I go to the take profit would initially be here. Initially. The fair value gap. Also going into an area of interest of previous support. Massive previous support. Which would be a perfect exit from where I'm at. Oof. But if we go ahead here and see this, see possible fair value gap, see break a structure coming back down and retest previous area of interest at this level, as we can see right here. Goal, previous interest, bullish engulf, retrace candle coming back down. If I were to enter at this level, stop loss would obviously be down here at 2, and take profits will be at the same levels up here. How many do I have? 3. Boom. So I have 4 open, or 4 pending. I have a 2.0 stop loss, which is, to me, it's perfect. That's all I really need. And then here, we're gonna go down here, came up with structure. Here for value up, so then we test it off of. Damn it. I was really hoping that this one came back down. Once it breaks past this, there's no point in me trying to expect it to break. I'll let 2 candles break somewhere near here. The moment it fully breaks through, then no, I'm not even gonna bother. I should have honestly I should have had it ready the moment it did this. I should have had it ready somewhere around here, or I should have been preparing it, you know, but I didn't have it prepared. That's my fault. But at the same time, it's cool that I'm not like rushing to get in. I'm taking my time, taking my own pace. So if I miss out, I miss out. But it's not that big of a deal. And then US 30, that shit's choppy. I'm not even pay attention and give any energy towards that. Yeah, this was getting choppy as well. This was actually a pretty good trade. I wasn't obviously looking for the initial entry how I normally do with my strategy. But realistically, this is way too low for me to look for entries, especially on the previous rejection zone before the breakout is right here. So there's no reason for me to look at entries all the way down here, because it's very unrealistic. If it does come all the way down here, it's most likely going to continue, and it most likely came up here just to smack that, take out these highs, all these highs right here, and then just come down and smack it. But this is a realistic entry, realistic stop losses under a fair value gap that got respected. Okay, we're seeing movement here. It's within the 2 candles that I said. If it closes under the blue line, then I'll wait to see. But obviously, if it just uses this area and then supports, then we'll just leave it at that. I'm risking $1,000 on this trade. And yeah, if it does enter, I hope it does go well. Obviously, why wouldn't? Okay.
Nice.
Put me in. I'm risking a little bit less than what I initially put. It's having a very good push to the upside off of support. I'm gonna just leave it at 180. 6 point. Okay. It had a very strong push back up off support, so that was a good look. What I would like to see Is it breaking past this structure point? It's already closed off of here, as we can tell now from this look. It was on a downtrend obviously, but now broke up structure, came here for support, came up, came for retracement, and now we're hoping that it uses this area right here, basically supporting off this previous rejection level to then break up above structure. If it does that, then that's perfect. Okay, very good push to the upside. Hoping it continues. And all's well. Feel like it's best if I get take profits set up already, so I don't have to worry about anything afterwards. 1500. This is gonna be the max take profit. Obviously, if it comes to a certain level where it's showing, you know, a little bit of respect on an area of interest, and this is 1500, then this area most likely is 40% of what that initial take profit is up there. But if it breaks through, you see that's a support, goes back up, then obviously I'll continue holding it. But if it shows a significant amount of rejection, then I'll just close early. 4x. I mean, not 4x, maybe like 3. Yeah, it's 3. Okay, it came back down to retracement again, then showed support. Hasn't closed above the line that I set up. I'm gonna have to take profit up there, but like I said again, if it comes to this level, shows rejection, I'm gonna take the profits. I'm not gonna be greedy. As well, we're not gonna look where the take profits are. We're gonna look at this level that's being shown. Okay, so right now we're at 1.6 of what we're risking. Obviously, we were risking $1,000. We're at 1,600 again. I'm obviously expecting rejection towards this level right here. I'm expecting something to happen there. Once this initially breaks above this wick, then I'll 100% put stop losses right below this blue wick to where I'm not losing any money. What I can do though is I can move stop loss higher. I can put it here at least. No reason for me not to. I'll put it at 70. Yeah, here it's fine. Let me put it over here. Go ahead, stop loss this level on the wick. That's something I can't do. I don't need to risk $1,000 anymore. There's no need for me to do that. That's just stupid of me. Now what I'm possibly risking is like $300, which it's not that big of a deal. Almost let that slip my mind. I was too focused on the stop loss for break even, and I forgot to move it closer to break even. It doesn't need to be break even off a rip. Here we are seeing a big consistent rejection, but the moment it closes past that level, I will be more secure. Yeah, this is a good exit. That's a reasonable exit. Obviously, this is also another reasonable exit, as it has strong rejection plus a fair value gap that still hasn't been respected. So it's all about just watching what it's gonna do. As well, it just grabbed liquidity. So now I officially put everything at break even. There's no reason for me to allow it to come all the way back down. And if it does, for me to be taken out with reasonable stop loss to where I'm not losing any money. Okay, we're seeing strong rejection. But thankfully, I'm not going to be too worried, as obviously we have a breaker structure. And as well, I'm in break even, so I'm not going to lose any money. Hopefully I'll get a strong push that takes me out lower. But as of right now, from what I'm seeing, I'm not going to lose any money from this trade. So there's no point in me stressing out. It's better to just let it do what it needs to do in order for me to get a good, consistent. Maybe I should higher the stop. As we can see, this area and this as well, it was hard for it to push. And it just came down and retraced, and possibly might do a bullish engulfing candle. So the most accurate area where I can put this, honestly, is below this blue wick right here. As well, that we see that surprisingly it's supporting this very steep trend line right here off the 1 minute, and it looks like it's about to do a bullish engulfing candle above that, which also shows that it's potentially going to cut through this area of interest. But I do have to pay very close attention, and as well move the stop loss. As soon as it closes, if it closes above here, I'll go ahead and move stop loss at a reasonable position, and it did. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick by my word, put it where I said. Okay, so now off that 315 times 4, that's 600. So minimum I'm making off this is 1,000, 100%. Minimum I'm making is 1,000. I'm not losing anything. I'm for sure getting a 1-to-1. So there's no reason for me to, you know, be scared or anything. Okay, another fair value gap is let me get rid of all this so there's not that much noise. Already saw these structure points broken. This one I'm gonna leave here as it is important, and this line doesn't matter as well. Another fair value gap was now formed here, so hopefully we'll see. I'm more worried about this line than this area, if I'm being honest. If it disrespects this fair value gap and breaks through, then I'm gonna remove it, as it doesn't matter anymore. But I do need to pay very close attention. Once it breaks past this area of interest, I'm gonna go ahead and put stop losses at this wick, which that alone should go from 1,000 to like 1,500 or so. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with myself here. If it goes ahead and engulfs this line, I'm gonna lower it just a little bit so I can see. But if it does a fat push to the downside and engulfs the candle, I'll just close and take profits. And I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna risk it. There's no point in risking it. Alrighty then, as you guys saw, I can care less honestly that it went so low, but I'd rather not risk anything, and I'll take that. And I made more than 1,000, so whatever. Not really bugging about it. Okay, let's check the profits here. Check the calculator. Obviously, it just had to engulf that much. Obviously, I would have hoped for it to engulf just a little bit to where I can make like 2,000, but who gives a shit? End of the day, I didn't lose any money, and I made a little bit of money. And I made 1,000 in how long? 132. In 15 minutes, I made $1,000, so whatever. I don't know what job is paying you $1,000 the hour. That's a whole week that you don't gotta work. So I'm gonna look at it like that. As well, if it goes even higher into all that shit, I don't really care. Again, I didn't lose any money. Basically a free trade, as it went instantly into fucking profit, and I didn't have to worry too much about it being in drawdown. And yeah, but yeah, as you guys saw, honestly, very proud of how I reacted. I was very calm through the whole situation. Wasn't getting scared. Wasn't doing none of that. Got a very good entry. It was rational. I was being realistic. There's no reason for me to wait for it to come all the way down here when obviously rejection's here. As well, it already showed that it respected this area. And yeah, just leave it like that. As well, if I'm being honest, from what I'm seeing, fair value gap at this level that was very minimal. Respected it. Very steep trend that it respected as well. Broke structure at this level right here. Take profits here, and stop loss would honestly have to be somewhere very similar. Yeah, 1.5. Yeah, that's more than, that's realistic to me, if I'm being honest. realistically. I know I just took a trade, but end of the day, it's like, come on, that's a no-brainer. Obviously, if it breaks past this structure, then I'm not gonna enter. I'll just let it be. But obviously, this is what my initial trades tend to be. Well, I'll do 130, make it even. Into 250. Boom, 250. Another one, same shit. Make sure everything's good. 250. This is what, a 5. Yeah. I'll do 750 since I just won over 1,000. I'll do 750 because that alone, this alone will be more than 5 grand. So, because it's 5.6. So I'll just do one more trade and I'll only do 3 trades. No reason for me to risk 1,000. But like I said, if it breaks past this level down here, then I'll just close and I'm not gonna trade anymore. For today, I'll just edit the video and then go to sleep. While this is going on, I'm gonna write down the notes. Let me put the light back on. We had entered at 130, but as well, I gotta put trading log every time. Yeah, I do. Okay. Trading log. Okay. The time was, I fucking forgot. 1:30 a.m. I would have been stopped out. Look at that, man. My analysis was right. I was about to catch that shit. I would have caught that shit and got in a trade right after too. Wow, I'm getting so good at this shit. I'm not gonna risk it. Yeah, it already broke structure, did everything it needed to do, and it got low, so it might likely continue and go up because it's on gold. That's what gold likes doing. Showing very massive push to the upside. So I'd rather not. I'd rather go to sleep happy, you know. Just let it be. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Got you.